Is it any surprise why the majority of us feel so bad? Because of the way that we live. You know, so many young men out there are feeling so hopeless. You're part of the lucky ones. You know why? Because you're watching this video, and in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to instill more hope into you than you've ever had before. Remember that we've done all these bad habits for years and years and years and years. Self-improvement would counteract that within 2 months max. Within 2 weeks, you will see a significant improvement to your life. Self-improvement is all about delaying gratification. Doing the hard thing now so that our life is better in the future. Exercising now so that we're more fit in the future. Eating clean now, even though that meal doesn't taste as nice because it's healthy, it's not as pleasurable, but your life gets better in the future. You keep doing all of these good habits that make your future life better, and eventually it is the future. Eventually you become your future self, and all you can do is stand there with a 10 out of 10 physique with your girlfriend that you love by your side, and you just have this fucking sense of self-love, thinking, my younger self sacrificed for me. I sit before you today as a guy who's built his dream physique, my dream life, digital nomad, successful, all these like good things I could say about myself. I've achieved my dream life. Of course, there's more to go. The reason why I've achieved it is not because I've done anything. I didn't do anything. My younger self sacrificed for me. How could I not be so excited? How could I not have so much self-love if my younger self sacrificed and delayed gratification for me? But on the other hand, how could you not feel like total shit? How could you not be depressed because your younger self took from you? He sacrificed you for his pleasure. Your younger self ate that junk food knowing that you would have extra body fat. Your younger self masturbated knowing that you would feel more shame. Your younger self played thousands of hours of video games knowing that you would have less success in your life, lower grades. How could you not be depressed? How could you not be nihilistic? How could you not have this sense of self-hatred when your younger self took from you? Will your future self, the man that you'll become a year from now, 2 years from now, be thinking the same thing about you? Think about this. Think about your 2023, 2024, the year 2024, 2 years from now. Think about that version of yourself. Is he thinking about you and thinking that you're an asshole? Is he thinking about you and thinking, fuck you, stop it, please? Because you know exactly what it is that you need to do. And if you don't do the right things, your future self is going to hate you. Your future self is going to think about you today just like you do with your younger self, and you wish your younger self just studied a little bit harder and stopped eating that junk food and stopped taking those drugs. If your future self is going to think the same thing about you, bro, time to change, time to get fed up, time to get like annoyed, pissed off, aggressive, angry at living this way. You should have fear that your future self is going to feel this way about you. You should do everything you can, whatever pops into your mind, any ideas that you get to set up your future self to have a better life. What could you do? What sacrifices could you make today that your future self is going to look back at you and think, thank you. I can't believe you did that for me. I went through a lot, bro. I struggled a lot. I had really bad mental health for most of my life, especially 17, 18, 19 years old. I went through some traumatic shit. I had experienced child abuse from my parents. I got attacked by a racist who tried to stab me. I went through some like bad shit, bro. I was addicted to weed. People say you can't be addicted to weed, bro. I was eating junk food, binge eating everything. I hated my life, and I remember this moment, like the one thing I was doing productive was just going to the gym, but even I stopped that. I remember this moment just looking at myself in the mirror and just thinking like, what the fuck? The one thing I had going for me was my physique, and I've started to ruin it because I'm just eating junk food. And I started to get this feeling of like hatred towards myself over, the actions that I had taken over the last 3, 6, 9 months. And something just clicked, and I just got interested in this concept of thinking, wait, I hate my younger self right now because he sacrificed me. But what if I sacrifice myself for my future self? My younger self sacrificed me because he wanted to eat that junk food. What if I eat healthy and sacrifice pleasure today for my future self so that he can have a six-pack? And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what Sam did. That's exactly what you will go on to do. You have inside of you warrior blood. For you to be alive today, bro, your ancestors were badass. That means that you have the genetic capability to be badass, to achieve success, to work hard, to dominate. Your future self is just waiting for you today to tap into that. And it's not going to be easy. You're not just suddenly going to get consistent in going to the gym or meditating, eating clean. You're just not just suddenly going to start doing it every single day. You could try to go into the gym right now. Maybe you'll go for 2 days and then you'll take like 3 days off. You could try getting on no fat right now. Maybe you'll do it for 2 days and you'll take like a week off. That's normal. But if you stay on this path and you keep sacrificing for your future self, you're going to get closer and closer to that ideal place, which is just extreme consistency of all the good habits. You want your future self to be proud of you. So just ask yourself this. When you go about your day, just ask yourself, what can I do that would make my future self grateful for me? And also, if you've got the gut, the balls to do this, also go about your day saying, if I do this thing that I feel like doing, that I have this craving for, like video games, porn, drugs, junk food, how will my future self feel about me? If he's gonna feel shame, guilt, let down, I'm not gonna do that to him. It's time for you to join the biggest movement of young men that there is in our day. That is the cult, the brotherhood, and the tribe that I have created. This is not a normal YouTube channel, and you can verify that by looking at the comments underneath these videos. This is a movement of young men who have gotten onto self-improvement and rid themselves of all these toxic, disgusting bad habits. And we would love to have you by our side. You don't realize just how much your life can change. Sam didn't. I didn't. There is an amazing life just waiting for you when you get onto self-improvement, you join our movement, and you take this shit seriously. There's a link to join my Discord server in the description of this video. It's got 100,000 young men who are on self-improvements who want to make the same kind of progress that you do, so you might want to join.